Hi there, I'm Dr. Paul Bajor, and today I'm going to tell you about a personal health battle I fought years ago. It's kind of a mixed day outside today, so it follows suit well. So about 6 years ago, I was sitting in my basement working my computer, and I started to notice a little bit of twitching into my calf muscle. Didn't think anything of it. I was training for a race at the time, so I thought it's just part and parcel. But as the days ensued, I got more twitching throughout the rest of my body and the rest of my muscles. And then as time passed, a few weeks passed on, I started to get a lot of stiffness and a lot of ache. My legs started to feel like they were cement if I was standing for more than half an hour or walking for more than half an hour at a time. And obviously this started to become rather concerning. So I decided to see my medical doctor to talk to her about it. So she listened to my story and decided to send me for some blood tests. And the blood tests ended up coming out fine. Everything looked good. And so she decided to send me for some further testing to go see a neurologist. And so as I waited for my appointment with the neurologist, I also started to notice that I was getting a lot more fatigue, some dizziness or lightheadedness. By the end of the day, I was just absolutely beat. I'd go to sleep early, wake up the next morning, achy, tired, felt like I had run a marathon the day before. Even grabbing a jug of milk from the refrigerator was rather tough. So obviously, even more concerned about that, having a medical background. So finally I got to see the neurologist. The neurologist went through a bunch of different tests and strength and said, nope, I can't find anything the matter with you. So he said, well, we'll hold on and we'll wait and see for a few more months. So I saw him again in about 3 or 4 months. Symptoms just started to progress a little bit worse in terms of the fatigue. Again, did all the tests, nothing came out. Sent me to a physiatrist to have some more tests, tested my cardiovascular system. Everything came out fine like that. So back I went to my medical doctor, looked at the reports, and she said, I'm not really quite sure. I can send you for some more blood tests. And I said, well, we already went through a whole bunch of blood tests. I'd rather not go through any more. But I was hoping that perhaps maybe I could get a vitamin D test. It was just something that I thought of off the back of my mind. So she said, well, I can send you for some, but I really don't suspect anything. You're young, you're active, you're outdoors all the time, you take a vitamin D supplement already. I doubt that you have a deficiency, but I'll send you for a test. So off I went for a test, and a few weeks later, discovered that I had a vitamin D deficiency. Now, vitamin D is a very important vitamin because it's a fat-soluble vitamin, and you can only get it from production from the UV rays from the sun. So here where we're located in Alberta, between the months of September through about May, there is enough strength to that sun to create that vitamin D that we need. So we have to get it from somewhere. And so if we look at it in terms of diet and we look at what we can eat, let's take a 3-ounce steak of swordfish, which is high in vitamin D. It has about 550 IU of vitamin D. Milk, each 8-ounce glass of milk has about 120 IU of vitamin D that's been supplemented. The average vitamin D intake you should take is about 5,000 to 6,000 IU per day. So that's a lot of swordfish, and that's a lot of milk that you've got to drink to get your levels up there. The rule of thumb is about 35 IU per pound of body weight. So on average, it works out to about 5,000 to 6,000 per day. Now, once I started supplementing, it took a long time, the better part of a year, for me to actually start to feel much more normal. The strength and the stiffness changed very quickly, but everything else, energy levels, that took a while. So you want to make sure that you don't land up being deficient. And there are a lot of people out there who are deficient who have no idea. Now, they don't really do a lot of vitamin D testing because the system has said that vitamin D testing is very expensive. So it's very hard to figure out whether or not you're vitamin D deficient. But the big thing with this is hopefully you take some information from my story. If you don't supplement with vitamin D right now, please make sure that you start supplementing with it. And please make sure that you choose a vitamin D supplement that is of high quality and high absorption. At our clinic, we do sell a vitamin D supplement that's in liquid drop format. It is from a company called AOR here in Calgary that has very high stringent testing and also very high quality. So that's something for you to consider. And so, as I said, if you don't supplement with vitamin D, please make sure to start doing so. It's closely related to a lot of different systems, your nervous system, your immune system. So you want to make sure you're as healthy as possible. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Access Chiropractic and Wellness. Please check our website, accesschiropractic.net or accesschiropracticnorth.ca. Thanks a lot.